What's going on with your YouTube? This is Regular Dave coming at you with another video. Yes, we are talking Madden 17. I did get some extended time with the game at EA Play. I'm going to give you my likes and my dislikes. Before we get into the video, I need you guys to get active in the comments. You've seen a lot of footage now. You know what the game is. You've seen the blogs. You've got a lot of information on the game. Tell me what you think about Madden 17. One thing before we get into this video, I do have to make a correction. Madden 16, all I did was play it online. Draft Champions, online rank, that's it. That was my only experience with the game for like 2-3 months. So I wasn't that familiar with the presentation. For whatever reason, online has like zero presentation. So my last video when I said dude was riding a bike after an injury, everybody's like, Dave, that was in Madden 16, exposed. Yeah, I know. I've been exposed because I ain't really play any franchise, which I'm definitely going to do this year. So, yes, they do have a dude riding a bike after an injury in Madden 16. I made a mistake about that. Madden 17, though, I can say I have seen a lot of presentation that's not familiar to me. Maybe it was in Madden 16, but I do think they have a lot that wasn't in there. All right, now let's get into my dislikes and likes of the video. First off, disclaimer, people that don't care for Madden, unfortunately, sorry to say, this is not the year to bring you back. This is just not what the game is. It's not a whole new, total different experience. If you really have a disdain for Madden and you're looking for something fresh and new, unfortunately, this is not the year. I know every year you're hoping that they come with something with a different base level, but this is not going to be the year. That being said, I did enjoy my time with it. I got to play 2 full games, and the replay was active. So plays that I kind of questioned or that looked good or I thought looked bad, I was able to go and replay and check them out. So I did get some good time with the game. All right, let's go into this likes first. Let's not be negative. Let's be positive. Let's go into likes first. All right, I mentioned the ball physics in my short first impressions video. And yes, ball physics are in the game. The ball does not seem to be tethered. I didn't see it snapping at anybody's hands. Yes, this is a very needed feature. I mentioned the word game changer last video. It borderlines on being a game changer. The ball not being tethered is something that's great. Things I saw that let me know like, hey, this is something different. Those tipped interceptions look 100% better. Last year we knew you got a tipped interception, you dive on the floor with your arms spread out, and all of a sudden you'd end up with the ball. Man, I saw some tipped interceptions that looked outstanding, went in the replay, and guess what? They still looked outstanding. So the ball having live physics works very well, and you know what, brings us one step closer to simulation. Another thing that I did enjoy were the new moves. I didn't get, like, I'm not great with the game to begin with, and I didn't really get a tutorial, and I was ignoring the prompts on screen. So there's different spins, different jukes. They look different, but they look much better this year. They look like whatever they did with motion capture works. The juke move especially, I saw one where dude kind of just lifted up his leg a little bit to kind of just change direction. I saw another one where the dude did a full-on juke. The spin seems to have been somewhat nerfed. It looks better, but I don't know if you could still do it. But that whole wide body spin where you spin and you end up 2 yards away from where you was at to get around somebody, I didn't see that one. The spin was more so in place, so it seems like it's more of a timed thing than like a cheese effect, but it looked realistic. So the new animations, you know what? One animation I didn't see in 2 games, and that was my bad because I should have tried to test it out, was the stiff arm. I've seen the stiff arm, somebody else doing a stiff arm that looked great, but I didn't pull one off, so I don't know how it feels. I don't know if you still have control of your character when you use stiff arm. That was one I didn't see. I did see a hurdle. I did see the computer did jump over me like 2 times. It looked good. He did it kind of at the line of scrimmage. You don't really see that often. The hurdle really didn't look bad before, so I don't know, how nice you can make a hurdle. One thing I don't want to see, which I did see in the trailer, was the dude jump over like 2 people. Like when have we seen that? I know somebody's gonna link some footage in the comments showing somebody hurdling 2 people, but you don't see that often. Another thing that was a relief. This was a relief, is that the tackle battles is not overpowered. It wasn't overpowered when I used it. It was almost like, why'd they even put it in there? Because it almost didn't exist. You see a prompt come up on the screen to press the button, but generally when you're getting tackled, there's somebody else around, and that person just interacts with the play just like any other play. So you may be breaking a tackle. Sometimes you won't even know because you don't get a chance to see it play out. I had a fear that it was going to be overpowered. I had a fear that it was going to be a mini game. It is not a mini game in any sense of the word. I did play 2 games, so don't hold me super accountable, because you know what? Sometimes you play these games at E3, you look at who's here, you got Snoop walking by, you got YouTubers you recognize and walking by, so it's like your focus can't always be there. But from what I saw, the tackle battles is a feature that really shouldn't be in a game because it really didn't do anything. Maybe I didn't get any one-on-one, open field scenarios where the tackle battle came up. So tackle battles, I don't really think that's anything for. All right, man. So I was cut off. I'm actually using iPod King Carter's MacBook. I had it on the wrong settings. I was recorded like 1080p. You can see the camera was like zoomed in. It just cut me off. But yeah, tackle battles, not OP. From what I've seen, it's not OP. Another thing, and it's funny, the last 2 things I've talked about tackle battles, I'm gonna talk about the fake out interaction system. It's not necessarily like good things, it's just that it's not broken, because those were my biggest fears. Tackle battle, fake out interaction system. I didn't even notice it, to tell you the truth. Maybe because I wasn't trying no jukes, and this might change once the game gets in the hands of like millions of people. People always figure out how to break the game. But from what I saw, the fake out interaction system, all my worries, like, you could throw those away. Like, they don't really matter. I mean, I think I saw jukes or whatever, but I didn't see like, because it said anywhere from 2 to 6 people. I definitely didn't see like 6-player jukes or 4-player jukes or spins. So I don't know what the fake out interaction system is. That one I'm still concerned about, because like people figure out how to break that kind of stuff, and I ain't really get to see it too much. Maybe I'll play again. It's just Tuesday. The showroom floor is starting up, so there'll probably be less people at EA Play. And I'll probably move over there if it's still open. I don't know how long that's going on. But fake out interaction system, I didn't notice it. I didn't even know it was a thing. So, whatever they put in the blog, I don't know. We're going to have to look into that. All right. Overall, my good impressions of the game was that it felt better than last year. Last year, I thought the game was okay. I didn't like the aggressive catch. But it did feel better than last year. The game looked better as far as like the different animations with the special moves. It was just like the gap assignments. Yes, it's hard to run. I was concerned that with these special ball carrier moves, running was going to be OP, because one year they want to focus on passing, next year they focus on running. It wasn't. You gotta find the lane. You gotta run the lane you want to run in, and hopefully nobody's plugging that gap. That's basically how it boiled down. That worked. I didn't see any crazy AI where the guy's not blocking the assignment he's not supposed to block. I didn't see anything like that. Not saying that won't be in the game, because that's always in the game, but it didn't just jump out at me. The gap assignments do work. They do plug the gaps. It doesn't seem like you can manipulate the person that's assigned to his gap with the controls of the user, because that's kind of what people do. And if you get out your gap, you're leaving a big hole. So gap assignments, I mean, it's not something I'm going to go crazy about. It's football. I don't go crazy about football being in a football game. I don't know. People make it seem like you should just wild out because they're putting actual football in the game. Like, yeah, that's kind of supposed to be in there. All right, let's talk about my dislikes. And I got a couple, but it really boils down to, we've been playing Madden for a while, and Madden is still Madden. That's why I said it's not bringing people back to the game. The base, the foundation is still Madden. That hasn't changed. The way the players look in motion, the way they run, still Madden. That part hasn't changed. The Infinity Engine, still the Infinity Engine. That part hasn't changed. I don't know if they've tuned it. I saw some haywire stuff with the Infinity Engine. I saw the ball get thrown. The dude got sandwiched. He had linebackers on both sides. This was when a Von Miller tip interception. The tip actually looked good, but the way the defensive players ran into him is just like they always do. Like they've been shot. Like they hit him, lost control of their body, leaned back, and they sandwiched them, but they both sandwiched them without control. So the Infinity Engine, I did see like traces of improvements, but it's still a messed up engine in my opinion. It's just the physics of the game are just not quite there. It's still Madden. That's like, it sounds crazy to say as far as like my dislikes. My dislikes is still Madden. They haven't really changed the core, the foundation of the game. They're not running like how FIFA's running the Frostbite engine. It's still how it played last year, how it plays this year as far as like the base of the game. Another thing that does concern me a little bit, and I think they did, I know they did tone it down. I did see an aggressive catch I didn't like. I did see one I did like, but I saw Emmanuel Sanders, who's not a very big dude, go over a back of a cornerback who was a very big dude, and you could tell the size disparity on the field. Like you could see him and tell he went over the back and took the ball from him. Not saying that this can't happen. I don't want to see it happen 4 times a game. I didn't see any crazy one-handed catches. They may have taken a lot of them out because I saw a lot of scenarios that would have resulted in a one-handed catch. And for all those people that said aggressive catch isn't overpowered, isn't broken, the fact that they've changed it lets you know it was overpowered. It was broken. I didn't see the one where the dude reaches over the guy and then brings it back in, like something you see once or twice a year. I didn't see anything like that. I just saw one I didn't like in 2 games, and I was going deep a lot to test it out because I wasn't really playing to like, you know, win or I was playing to kind of test stuff out because it was letting you go into replay. So aggressive catching is still in there, which I don't know, but it doesn't seem to be as overpowered. But you're probably gonna see a lot of stuff because Emmanuel Sanders reached over the back, dude, like put his arm on the ball. Emmanuel Sanders just grabbed it. It looked a little flagrant. This video is running long. I wanted to give you my honest, really impressions of the game. But as you can see, there wasn't a whole lot I didn't like. Look, a lot of people are not gonna like the game because some of the same stuff that's been in the past games is still in this one. It just is. You're gonna see, you know, some haywire AI. You're gonna see all that stuff. It's still gonna be in the game, and then on top of that, it's still going to run and move like Madden. I don't think the dudes run very realistically. I had Emmanuel Sanders in an open field. Went back and looked on replay. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but it ain't MLB The Show and it ain't 2K as far as just the running animations, you know, which is one of the most basic elements of the game. Now, there's a lot more to discuss with this game. I'm giving you this long video from 2 full games, 2 full uninterrupted games, but I'm giving you this long video, so there's a ton more to discuss. Look, this game is going to get in the hands of millions of people. The things I've seen against the computer or somebody I was playing against, you know, things are going to change, you know. So like what I say in this video that, you know, tackle battles or the juke out, fake out interaction system aren't OP. We might get it and it might be OP. When I played it, it wasn't. All right, I'm going to cut it here because I don't want this video to be 35 minutes long. And we got to get to E3, man. If you can see, I'm in a hotel. I'm rooming with the God, the GOAT, iPod King Carter. I think he's in the shower. He snores like a bear. Just heads up. All right, get active in the comments. Let me know what you think, and I'll get at you guys another time. Peace.